Hi folks! In this video I'm going to layer CRICUT Infusible ink transfer sheets. We're going to start our project in Design Space so you can see how I prepared it. We need a blank to start with, and the ones that are pre-done in Design Space for the coasters are perfectly sized. So I'm going to Image, I'm going to Cartridges, and I'll search for coaster. I'll choose the square coasters. As we scroll through, we see that there's not yet a blank in the selection. There will be, but for now I'm going to choose bottoms up. There are two ways that we can turn this into a blank. The first, which I find the easiest, is just to take a shape, center it over the cutout, and weld it. Another way we can do this is to use contour and just highlight out all the parts that we don't need. Almost done. Did we miss anything? No. So there we go. Either way you do it, you can create a blank if there isn't one already in the coaster selection. So we only need one. I'm going to text. I'm going to choose CRICUT Sans. I like that font. I'm going to type out a name. I'll just set that there. Get a shape. Let's make it smaller. That's approximately where I want it, so I'm going to move my square away. Select both of these, go to Align, and center horizontally. Once that is done, I'm going to select both together and weld. This has turned the lila and the heart into one image so it can be cut in one slice. I'll put back my square, select both together, go to Align and Center. Everything is aligned perfectly, so we're going to select it again, right click and slice. We'll take away our cut parts. I'll keep this one because I'm going to use two different colors to make my coaster. So we'll go to the next step and I'll show you how layering is done with the infusible ink transfer sheets. And we're ready to cut, so I'm going to start with my red infusible ink transfer sheet. I'll load that onto my mat, and in Design Space I've remembered to mirror my image, and we're cutting ink side up. So we'll go ahead and get that done. And this one is done. And we'll put our next cut in. done. Let's unload our mat. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to weed this. Remember, you want to give it a little bend, not fold it, just give it a little bend so that you can easily remove your cutouts and weed it. And I'm going to start here. You don't want to handle the ink too much. So as much as you can, avoid putting your hands on it for any length of time. There we go. These are lifting easily. And these did cut through, but actually I don't mind because I'm going to place them inside these cutouts anyway. So it's a little different from layering vinyl for sure, but it does turn out really nice, so it's worth the extra effort. Put in our heart. There we go. We'll use the rubber end of this to press it down. And we're all set to press it on our coaster. So I'm going to get set up and I'll come back to show you how that is done. And we're ready to press. Normally you would have picked up your letters from your transfer sheet and placed them onto your background, but for some reason this time mine cut all the way through, which was not a problem because I needed to move them anyway. So rather than waste the transfer sheet, I'm using them. So we're going to, I've cleaned my coaster with a microfiber cloth. We're going to place our transfer sheet good side down on the coaster. And I'm going to use some heat resistant tape to keep it in place. I don't want it to move at all while I'm pressing. That looks like it's lined up pretty good. That looks good. We don't see any edges protruding. I've also cut away any excess carrier sheet that we had after we weeded. And we're ready to press. We've heated our Easy Press 2 to 400 degrees for 60 seconds. I'm going to cover my mat with butcher paper just to protect it. We'll put our coaster with our transfer sheet on top and cover that with butcher paper. We're going to apply our Easy Press straight down, no wiggling it around, and press start. And our 60 seconds are just about up. We're going to remove our Easy Press straight up without wiggling. And we don't want to disturb the coaster. It's very hot, so I'm going to sprint ahead on this video to when it's cool so I can show you how it turned out. Okay. I think we can go ahead and remove this. Take that out of the way. We don't need that now. Just going to remove the tape. Oh, it's pretty. There we go. And you can see how gorgeous that turned out. Isn't it terrific? You can see the high gloss because the pattern, the inks, are fused right into the finish on the coaster. I think it's absolutely wonderful. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope you're going to use your infusible ink sheets to layer some projects. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this video with your friends. And thank you for watching.